Hello, we have implemented send HTTP request to sina weibo API and got the response result, which was a JSON file, and we have stored some of the data into database or loaded them into pandas. However, in the previous videos, we assumed that we have already have the access token because we were playing with the testing open API. We have to get the access token before we have tried to call other APIs. As we can see here in the notebook, which we drafted in the previous videos, we assume we have already this access token over here. What if we do not have this access token yet and we want to get it? Here I have a SDK can run on top of Python 3, which I downloaded from online. It was revived from the SDK recommended by Sina Weibo. As you can see, the original Sina Weibo SDK is just like over here. I will send all those links to you. And if you are familiar with Python, actually you can play with the original SDK because the original SDK was drafted on top of Python 2.6 or 2.7, but it's pretty much just like this one, which I will provide to you later after this course is published. Alright, in the original GitHub of the author who drafted the SDK, he also provided some example how we actually call this library. As you can see, there I have a very specific example over here, so I think you can just follow them and play with the API. And here, this one also, it's pretty much same. As you can see, the author have already provided some example over here. Obviously, you have to pass your application key or application secret over here. So I think this one is no longer applicable, and I cannot share my app key and app secret as well. So you can insert your application key and the secret over here and play this SDK by yourself. And also you can reference the APIs with the official document just like over here. Once you get this page, you can click one of the API and so you can see the parameters corresponding to this API. They have very detailed explanation for every parameter, so you know how to set those parameters and call the API properly. But here in this course, we just care about the APIs that we can get the data rather than some other APIs. But it's almost just like the same. So you can play other API if you want, but it's just beyond this course. So I'm not going to discuss more about those APIs. All right, I will give this Python file as promised. And there are some links about the SDK and the pages about the SDK over here, this page, and the GitHub. You can even do some contributed to this code and revise some of the files if you like. Okay, that's all for Sina Weibo, and as we said, we are just care about getting data from Sina Weibo in this course. But you can play with other APIs if you are interested in. That's all, and see you next video.